the issues will obviously affect different people in different ways, but the biggest risk from what we've seen so far is the risk of reprisals against either the individuals named on the lists or their families. We have heard of some family members being killed, some who've received threats. So this goes far beyond the scope of a normal, what you might call normal data breach, where people are worried about their bank accounts being hacked into and that kind of thing. This is very significant and, life-threatening for those people.
What sort of sums are you seeking to recover from the Ministry of Defence? What sort of sums do you think is appropriate? Obviously, it might be different for different people, but nonetheless, what sort of figures are we talking about?
Honestly, I don't know where we get to on that one, because this is unprecedented. We haven't had a breach of this type before. We haven't had people under threats in this way before. So that's going to be a matter for the courts to determine, I believe. It
was put to me during this by a source that one of the reasons that this is potentially so catastrophic, and also potentially financially in terms of the liabilities the government might incur as a result, is because, as you just said, Robert, it's very, very difficult to really find an accurate comparator. It's such an unusual circumstance, and it's such a lot of information, and it's so many people, potentially up to 100,000 people when you include all of the family members and so on. And someone put it to me that the closest equivalent was almost thinking that the government had lost 20,000 people on a witness protection program with all of their details. Would you say that is roughly an accurate analogy?
I'd say that's, in terms of what most people would understand, that would be fair, I think. These are people who've trusted their lives, in effect, to the MOD. They've served this country, even though they're not British nationals, and they deserve to be protected for what they did.